All right, so you think about playing football? First, think about this. Head-to-head collisions in football are extremely dangerous. They can cause damage to the brain, paralysis, which is paralyzed, or maybe even death. Does it still sound like something you would want to do? If you're not paralyzed from trauma to the head, how does a neck or depression sound? Football players need to be protected better to prevent long-term damage from playing their sport they love. There appears to be lack of awareness from the Football League because they don't want their best players sidelined for an extended period of time. And if they do, then they could lose games. So, that still want to consider to play professional football for a career? One main problem that head-to-head collisions cause is damage to the brain. Football players are being diagnosed with concussions and head injuries. Research is finding long-term effects of multiple head injuries is memory loss that may not show up later in their life. This may not be tied directly to football career, but because it may happen much later, long after the athlete's career has ended. An immediate effect of a hard hit direct hit to the head is coma, or could be leading to a coma. How about that professional football career now? Football players are also becoming paralyzed from hits during the game. On November 17, 1991, a Detroit Lions football player named Mike Utley was paralyzed from a hard hit during the game against the LA Rams. These players who are becoming paralyzed are unable to do physical activities. Some players who are hit hard enough are not able to walk ever again. They become dependent on caretakers to fulfill their everyday needs. They may not even ever be able to even talk again. This may lead to serious depression, enough to cause suicidal thoughts. So again, that football career, do you still feel like doing it? The most serious side effect of head trauma is even death. Studies are finding that professional football players are dying at young ages. This may be due to brain damage. Former athletes who suffer brain damage and depression may also turn to drugs to self-medicate. Studies have shown that the average lifespan of a male is 70 years for an African American and 78 for a Caucasian. The average lifespan for a professional football player in the U.S. and Canada is mid to late 50s. That is almost a 20-year difference. Studies are emerging proving that football concussions and trauma to the head and neck are causing long-term issues. Repeated trauma to the head, as seen in the NFL, is causing long-term complications and early death. One of the new regulations to prevent deliberate and forceful blows to the head is that if these are hits to the head of a player during a game, the opposing player is ejected from that game. Players may also get fined for their actions stemming from deliberate hits to the head. However, this is too late. Too late for some players who have had life-altering changes as a result of their professional football careers. In the words of Hank Williams Jr., are you ready for some football?